How many times did you wish you could afford a ridiculously priced, dazzling timepiece for your wrist or pocket? If you had a lot of zeros on your bank account, would you happily spend it on some of the world's most exuberant, stunning, one-of-a-kind watches?
And the way the style captures the light, it's magic.
We're about to guide you through the world of hyper-luxuriously, brilliantly designed and insanely expensive watches that are guaranteed to blow your mind. But before we continue, subscribe to our channel and click on that notification bell so you never miss out on more awesome content. The Patek Philippe 1518 $11.1 million. This sumptuous time-telling marvel, once owned by King Farouk, was created in 1941 and is part of a limited 4-piece edition that was auctioned off for a whopping $11.1 million in 2016. Unlike other Patek Philippe watches, usually created in yellow or rose gold, this version is cased in stainless steel that exudes extravagance and style. What makes this wristwatch even more unique is the fact that it features 20 complications, including perpetual calendar chronograph, making it a masterpiece in both stunning aesthetics and technical ingenuity. It is widely regarded as one of the most unique watches ever created, and it is believed that Patek created only 281 of them. Nothing says class like this incredible piece of luxurious marvel, designed to induce a sense of wonder and attract big bucks. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona, $17.75 million. Rarely has a watch achieved the kind of cult status that Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona has. Perfectly styled in exotic black and white, Art Deco aesthetic, this inimitable piece avoided classicism in watch design and opted for a more personalized and customized approach.
And more to the point, why did one of these vintage Daytonas recently sell for the better part?
It proved to be a perfect fit for Paul Newman, whose wife Joanne Woodward decided to treat him with this unique adornment in the 1960s. At least that's one version of the story of how the Hollywood legend got it. Since then, Daytona became a much sought-after commodity, proving that provenance provides as much prestige for a brand as quality, functionality, and design. This beast in the world of unimaginable exuberance of luxurious watches was sold at an auction in 2017 for a hefty $17.75 million and continues to inspire awe in wristwatch enthusiasts. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 Billionaire Watch, $18 million. In the land of the outrageously rich, embellishing timepieces with diamonds seems almost inevitable and perfectly encapsulates what a lifestyle of insane wealth can entail. 𝐦𝐤𝐤 Billionaire Watch is one such lavishly composed item, destined to signal opulence with its intentional over-the-top time-telling package.
Timepiece, I'm going to sort of overlay it on my wrist.
Designed by brand's founder and CEO 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 with Flavio Briatore's fashion label, this beauty features 18-carat white gold case and 260-carat bracelet of emerald-cut diamonds, many of which weigh about 3 carats and a tourbillon. This stunning creation with a stylish skeleton face was purchased by boxer Floyd Mayweather. It might not be the most conventional watch on the list, but when it comes to the sheer radiance of its brilliant design, bothering with convention seems unnecessary, especially if you can afford it. The Patek Philippe Henry Graves Supercomplication, $24 million. Common sense would suggest that spending $24 million on a pocket watch would be ludicrous, but would it really? This brilliantly designed horologist's wet dream, aptly named Supercomplication, will convince you that some watches are worth every buck. Manufactured in 1933, this amazing timepiece contains 920 individual parts and features 24 functions.
Au début, les horlogers constructeurs, on peut les appeler comme ça,
grouped into timekeeping, calendar, chronograph, chime, and other functions. 3 years of design and 5 years of manufacture resulted in this stunning creation, which is often termed the most complicated watch on the planet. The watch belongs to the Qatari royal family, who were willing to loan the watch to Patek Philippe Museum for several years. That should tell you something. If you ever had a chance to hold this technical marvel and admire it in all its glory, trust us, you wouldn't want to miss it. Chopard 210 carat watch, $26 million. If you'd ever wished you'd owned a staggering diamond bracelet with a side function of keeping track of time, Chopard 210 carat watch would be your dream come true. Its eye-popping aesthetic and brilliantly arranged and detailed presentation make it a $26 million status signal no one would mind flaunting.
The material is very pure. Some of the most famous diamonds.
This stunner consists of 5 carat pink diamond, 12 carat blue diamond and 11 carat white diamond, with 163 carats of white and yellow diamonds. It has a built-in mechanism that opens the heart-shaped adornments that surround the watch, and Chopard 210 carat watch is the very definition of deluxe. And guess what? There are many people out there who wouldn't mind paying up to own this handmade delight. We certainly consider it worth every penny. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐞 Joaillerie 101 Manchete, $26 million. If we told you that Queen Elizabeth II, who was presented with this indulgent piece of time-telling exuberance for her 60th year on the throne, was impressed by it, how impressed would you be? This beauty, who manufacturers call priceless, resembles a bracelet with a small clockwork that requires manual winding. It incorporates 576 diamonds, 11 onyx gemstones, a silver clock face and a sapphire glass. The bracelet is pure gold, literally white gold. With this much attention to every single of its splendid details, its reputation of a priceless watch that could fetch a mere $26 million is well deserved. This masterpiece is one of the undisputed champions of extravagance in the world of the filthy rich, and we would gladly own it. The Breguet 1160, $31 million. Originally commissioned for Marie Antoinette, this poem in clockwork, as it is often referred to, never got to adorn its intended queen, but this stunning work of art did eventually find its way into the world of endlessly lush watches. It holds a self-winding movement with a head-spinning count of 823 finished components, minute-repeating striker counting the hours, quarters and minutes on demand, and a full perpetual calendar. This masterpiece was reproduced in 2008 from drawings in the Breguet archives and is considered one of the most strikingly complex watch mechanisms ever created. Priced at a hefty $31 million. It's certainly worth a couple of mentions or a small private island, and if you had a couple of those to spare, would you trade them for this timeless beauty? The Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime, $31.2 million. It took more than 100,000 hours to create this perfection in the form of a wristwatch, estimated at auctions at about $31.2 million. It certainly delivers. It contains a mechanism usually referred to as grand strike that strikes the hour and quarter hour, and a small strike which chimes the hours and quarter hours without repeating the strikes every 15 minutes, and a minute repeater which strikes at hours, quarter hours and minutes on demand.
And the hours and the quarters sounds.
It also contains a patented alarm and a patented date repeater. But don't let these technical details get in the way of seeing the magnificence of its unique design, which includes stainless steel version with a rose gold dial inscribed with the words "the only one." If someone offers to surprise you for your birthday, just point them to this video and this segment. The Graff Diamonds Fascination, $40 million. The epitome of luxury. The Fascination by Graff Diamonds is one of the most fascinating watches in existence. It is a transformable jewel that incorporates 152.96 carats of pure white diamonds with a centerpiece in the form of 38.12 carat pear-shaped diamond with a double function, either as a dial watch or a detachable ring. This breathtakingly designed masterpiece is rightfully considered a behemoth in the watchmaking industry.
Fabulous jewellery, and this is probably one of the most important pieces.
With its $40 million price tag indicating its prestige. Graff have outdone themselves with this one. From unbelievable design to impossibly creative multifunctionality, this is without a doubt one of the most stunning watches in the world. It might be an unreachable goal to own this stunner for most people, but with something this brilliantly conceived and beautifully realized in all its opulence, it might also be worth daydreaming about. The Graff Diamonds Hallucination, $55 million. Our number one spot is rightfully reserved for the Hallucination by Graff Diamonds. This is the pinnacle of watch manufacturing and design, the one watch that every other is and will be measured by for a long time. Carefully crafted and lavishly sculpted, this absolute masterwork incorporates over 100 carats of extremely rare multicolored diamonds. Its head-spinning price of $55 million is reflected in its resplendent design, with its one-of-a-kind amalgamation of heart, pear, emerald, marquise, and round diamonds that create a stunning, or dare we say, hallucinatory experience, not just a watch. Every detail of this staggering piece is meticulously crafted and polished to perfection. It's not difficult to see why it is widely regarded as the goosebump-inducing, most ingeniously conceived and perfectly produced watch ever created. If you ever stumble upon $55 million and decide to indulge yourself, please make yourself one of the luckiest people alive and get this work of art. We promise you won't regret it. That was our countdown of the most dizzyingly expensive watches in the world at this moment. Which one would you pick as your favourite? Please let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell to be able to hop on our ride through the world of incredible luxury every time a new video comes up.